How do you slow him down?
The same way you slow me down.
Well.
You can't.
I mean, like, enough but net. You know, he doesn't know lucky bounces or nothing like that.
Are you the best point guard ever?
Stephen Curry didn't just shoot threes. He stretched defenses to half court, forced coaches to rewrite playbooks, and turned impossible shots into routine highlights from veterans who battled him night after night to Hall of Famers who dominated before his time. The respect sounds the same because greatness isn't just about numbers, it's about impact. And when NBA legends speak on the revolution of modern basketball, they all point to the same shooter who made the impossible look normal, Stephen Curry.
It's all about watching these guys and, learning from them. But, Steph, it probably is the most influential player when it comes to little people.
Yes.
Right? Because I see a lot of little guards, like little kids. I'm going to these tournaments, they're doing stuff I can't even do.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's good and bad.
Nobody running the lane. Everybody stopping at the three-point line.
What's crazy, I coach AAU, like I coach the Twins, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's from the time they warm up, they're shooting it from like the out-of-bounds line instead of like hitting layups and everything, and that's literally the effect. And the whole team shoots threes now, you know what I mean? So that's kind of just the way the game is moved. So I understand, like you said, giving little people a chance is what Steph's doing and giving them hope. But at the same time, like you said, there's a reason why Steph is so great because he makes a lot of them motherfucking shots he takes.
Makes a lot.
You know what I mean? The other people don't make as many.
And I used to hate on him early on in his career, but he ain't gonna make that. But he kept proving me wrong. That's why he's my best player. I like being proved wrong.
Yeah.
So my message to these young cats, when I say something, prove me wrong.
Yeah, take it as a challenge.
He's a great motor. I think a lot of people don't understand how great his motor is. He never stops moving. His ball handling, his ability to shoot the ball off the dribble and off the catch, is uncanny. I don't think there's ever been a guy in our league to be able to shoot the ball as well as he does, off the dribble or off the catch, off the ball. And he just creates so many different matchup problems for your defense, and you always have to be aware of them.
How do you slow him down?
The same way you slow me down. Well. You can't.
Steph, he broke the three-point record in New York. And you stop by to, congrats, say what's up.
Yeah. Anytime you could break an NBA all-time record, regardless of what it is, especially something significant as a three-point shot, like, I understood his emotion, and then he has, like, let's say he got 7-8 more years of playing. Yeah. So he's going to shatter it, and it'll never be broken again. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when you start thinking about all of that stuff, and that can make you emotional. So that happened to somebody. I was leaving my house, about to go grab some food somewhere else, and some people outside like, yo, Steph across the street. I'm like, damn, really? All right, let me go say what's up. I happened to run into him, and it was cool to see. It was cool to see everybody from the Warriors and Steph, and kind of be in on that celebration a little bit, because I got a couple of assists in there too, so
send a rollie, right?
Yeah, but it's impressive for somebody to do it in that amount of games and to see the journey he's still on at this point, man. You gotta respect it.
And when the old guard talks about what they saw that night, they don't talk about just one shot. They talk about the moment defenses realized the floor had stretched beyond imagination, when every step past half court became a scoring threat, and the game itself started bending around one man's confidence, because greatness doesn't always arrive with size or power. Sometimes it arrives with rhythm, courage, and range that rewrites history.
Kobe, what do you think of when you watch Steph Curry?
I see a calmness about him. I see a calmness about him, and I think it's something that a lot of players don't understand. I think the fans, it's very hard for the fans to really understand what I'm saying, because most players don't get it. But there's a serious calmness about him, which is extremely deadly, right? Because he's not up, he's not down, he's not contemplating what just happened before or worrying about what's to come next. He's just there. And when a player has the skills and has trained himself to have the skills to be able to shoot, dribble, left, right, etc., and then you mix that with this calmness and poise,
then you have a serious, serious problem on your hands. And so when I watch him play, that's what I see.
Speaking of three-pointers, we mentioned you are the all-time king there. But this guy, Steph Curry, he's coming hard, already in the top 10. Where does he rank on your list of best shooters ever?
I think right now, from what I've seen, it's easy for me to say that he's the best that I've ever seen shoot. I've seen some great shooters. But, you know, we have this conversation all the time about the generations, what we've seen, you know, who's the best at their particular position or their skill. You know, you guys know as well as I do, each year, the generation, when they change, the game changes. And so I really put him in a category all of his own, because the way he plays the game, you know, being a point guard that can handle the way he handles the ball and the way he can shoot the ball and the way he shoots it. People always ask me, you know, how does he compare to me? I say, well, I would rather compare myself to Klay Thompson, you know, because he and I play similar, as well as Reggie Miller. You know, I kind of took cues watching him play, and I'm pretty sure Klay took those cues from Reggie and myself and a couple other different players. So, you know, we're kind of in that category, and I think right now people are watching Steph play, and so these young kids are now growing up, and he's setting the bar for those young kids at the point guard position.
Steph,
he's on a different planet right now.
He's an alien.
I
don't understand. I don't understand. I fouled him on a half-court shot when we played him 3 weeks ago, and he still. I'm pretty sure he didn't even look at the rim, and he still almost made it. It hit the back of the rim. And they didn't call the foul. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, what do you take? Can I get some of it, please? Because you're insane, dude.
I've said this before. He's tapped into something, some transcendent, like, level of consciousness or something. There was an article recently, the CIA declassified these documents on this program they were trying to do. It's called astral projection, where you have an intentional out-of-body experience. And I literally, as I'm reading the article, I'm like, this is Steph on a basketball court.
Bro,
like
my God.
He's the things he even tries. The things he even tries. Yeah, like,
I'm like, bro, but
wouldn't
here's
even
the thing too.
consider it.
Oh, no, but basketball-wise, I'm like, he's putting this in the little kids' heads. Like, this is okay to try. No, it's not okay to try. Only he can do this. Only he does this. Nobody else. You're right. Him and Dame, though. When Dame gets in that mode where he's just averaging 40 points and it just making it look easy, they're shooting it from 38 feet. And it's not even like, I mean, it's like side steps. It's like they're shoot like step backs, hand in the face, getting fouled from 38 feet.
And as the stories keep coming, the respect only grows louder. From players who chased him through screens, to legends who watched from afar, shaking their heads in disbelief, they all describe the same feeling, helpless admiration. Because when a player changes the geometry of basketball, changes how kids practice, how coaches think, how arenas erupt, you're no longer talking about a hot streak. You're talking about a revolution led by one shooter.
But also Curry for Golden State. I mean, that guy, I mean, you've seen it. I mean, it's impossible. I mean, somebody shoot like that. I have never seen anything like that in my life. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, you watch Curry.
No, he's
isn't
special,
that something
no doubt.
special? I mean, I don't care where he is. He just comes in and gets it and just flicks it up there. I mean, like, and not but net. You know, he doesn't know lucky bounces or nothing like that. I mean, it's amazing. I enjoy, and the thing about it, he's a very unselfish player, and he gets the ball to his teammates too. He gets a lot of assists and everything else. I mean, it's just, you know, I'd say freak of nature. I mean, I've never seen it. I'll never think you will ever see anybody shoot like that again.
Luka, when you're watching Stephen Curry on the other end do what he does, what kind of fuse gets lit for you to kind of go tit for tat with him in a game like this, where obviously a win is important, but obviously going back and forth with him is obviously entertaining also?
I mean, you know, what Steph does is something unbelievable. You know, I just, like I said after the game, you know, I just think every shot is going to go in, you know, when he shot it. So it's unbelievable the way he plays the game, and it's enjoyable to watch, even if you're on the opposite team.
Fear. You have a little fear, and not from like you're scared of a guy, but just not knowing what he's going to do. When a guy is coming up, and obviously he has an amazing handle, but when a guy can shoot from anywhere on the floor, when he shoots from going left and he shoots going right, and then when he gets the ball up, he's even more deadly with his cuts, with his screening, with his ability to come off screens. I mean, he's just impossible to guard. So when I watch this guy, I watch him shoot shots, Candace, that I'm like, no, that's not a good shot. And it's like, but for Steph, that is a perfect shot. And so what I love about Steph is obviously all the highlights we see for him coming down, shooting these 50-footers. But what I love about him is his ability to give the ball up, the ability to play off the ball, his ability to pass the ball with both hands, and also his ability to go in there and, like we talked about, he's a great finisher. People don't give him credit because we see the half-court shots that he makes, but he's a great finisher with both hands. He takes contact well. So, I mean, this guy's phenomenal.
It's amazing. I mean, you look at how this kid shoots the ball from behind the three-point line. He shoots it like it's a layup. There's no restriction. He's been a game changer. I mean, you look at his threes attempts compared to Ray Allen, and Ray Allen probably was getting 3 to 5 a game, whereas Steph is probably getting 10 to 15 a game. So I don't see any players in the league that can really change this landscape unless him and Clay get on separate teams.
And when the stories are done, when the highlights stop replaying, and the noise of the crowd finally fades, one truth still echoes across generations of basketball. Great players dominate games, legends dominate eras, but once in a while, a player changes the very imagination of the sport. From driveways to packed arenas, from kids launching shots from half court to veterans shaking their heads in respect. The influence is undeniable, because the game didn't just witness greatness, it evolved around it. And whenever NBA legends speak about the revolution of modern basketball, the conversation always circles back to the same name, Stephen Curry, the shooter who made belief limitless and made the impossible look routine.